Now let's cross over to Jamhuri Park here in the county of Nairobi, where we have the Nairobi International Trade Fair, or the show, which is the showgrounds in Jamhuri, and Daniel Mule joins us live. Earlier on, Mule, you had brought to us a lady who was speaking about an interesting jiko. What else have you seen there?
Thank you very much, Dan. Actually, when we spoke earlier, we had very few people who had already come here maybe to visit us in the trade fair. That is the Nairobi International Trade Fair. Arguably the biggest trade fair in the region, that is in East and Central African region. It's the biggest trade fair. We had very few people who had come in the morning, but right now, as I speak, we have people who have already come in their numbers, and as you can see, we have crowds of people all over the place who've just already come in to see what's happening, because in the morning we had very few stalls that were already open. And apart from that jiko you're talking about, Dan, you know very well that this trade fair usually culminates into the whatever we call the champion bull auction, where the president comes in to maybe take part in that auction and also buy that particular bull. Last year, you'll remember that he bought a bull at 1.2 million shillings. It's one of the talked about issues here. This year, we have one of the bulls that I had an opportunity to go and see, and it weighs 1.2 tons, and it's one of the bulls that will be pitted in that bidding that the president is supposed to take part in tomorrow. And actually, we've also realized that we have heavy police presence in this place. Security officers are all over, patrol cars and all that. And all this, we are told, it is in preparation for the visit by the president here tomorrow, who will be officially opening the trade fair that started on Monday, and that will be ending on Sunday this week. Right now, we've already seen the Nairobi County Government, Mike Sonko, who came in just a few minutes ago and is here to inspect the preparations to receive the president, who will be doing the official opening. Most of the people here are students from different schools who've come to see what we have here. And this year's theme is promoting technology and innovation for trade and business. So that's what is happening here, business and agriculture, trying to come up with ways of improving, making work easier by making sure that whatever kind of work you're doing, you have less input and a lot of output. So that is like increasing efficiency in whatever you're doing. So in this kind of innovation, we have young people here. We have a number of stands, parastatals, organizations, SMEs, and people from different walks of life who've come to showcase what they have, especially things to do with innovation, technology, and creativity. With me here is John in one of the stands here called the Daily Freedom Energy stand, and we have John Njuguna. Just briefly tell us about what you have, because I've seen you have some solar panels here. I don't know what it's all about. I can see some pump here and water flowing. Just tell us about this one, just briefly.
Basically, this is a solar solution issue, where you issue solar water pumps, solar water heater, solar security lights. Majorly, we deal with the water heater, the solar water pumps, because that's where we have many citizens having issues with the...
Maybe you can look at the camera, maybe even cover aside so that the viewers can see the pump. Maybe if my camera person can be able to show the pump so that you can see it. Now, as you explain, what is the pump doing down there? How much power do you need to pump that water to that height of maybe like 2 meters high?
Basically, this is a shallow water pump that can raise water up to 12-meter height. That's about 39 feet from a well. But we have big pumps which can handle even a borehole, where we have a deep borehole that is machine dug or hard dug machines. It will all depend with where is the source of your water. We shall just draw water using solar energy. As you can see, the solar panels are there. We have the pump here, and it's direct. Directly, as you tap that energy from the sun through the solar panels, then to the appliance that you have. Could be a pump or whatever. Whatever you want to power using solar energy, is there, we have it.
Okay, and maybe lastly, how much does it cost to have this kind of a pump and the solar panel that pumps that uses to power it?
This pump is about 200 watts. We have 2 panels that can power that. We are offering that at 5,000. But due to Agenda 4, we have scaled that down to 25,000. Yeah.
Yeah, there you have it, and that's John Njuguna, one of the young men here who is really trying to come up with a number of innovations, trying to put together some of the innovations that have been done by other people, putting them together to come up with something that is cost-effective and as well as efficient in performing that function, because people are saying that the cost of fuel has gone up, electricity bills have gone up, but you can use solar energy because it's free. from the sun. So those are some of the things that we are seeing here. We'll still visit some more stands. We'll also be talking to the governor much later to know that if this year is going to allow the president to beat him in the bid, because last year he said that this year is not going to let the president beat him in the bid for the champion bull auction that will be happening tomorrow. So all that I'll be bringing to you as it happens. But for now, I have to take you back to studio. Dan.
Thank you very much, Dan Mule, for that brief and that conversation there. And we look forward to seeing what will come out of your conversation with the governor, or whether he's going to allow himself, rather he'll allow the president to beat him when it comes to bidding for the bull.